Hi guys, it's Nicole Moore, Divine Earth Angel. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new, so happy to have you here. Please like and subscribe. My name is Nicole Moore. I'm a psychic medium. I am an energy healer as well as a divine channel for messages from the angels, archangels, and high vibrational light beings like the Council of Light and spirit guides. So I am excited to connect with you guys today. Today I want to talk to you guys about something that God, Source, the universe asked me last year, and it's something that can be very, very freeing for you, especially at this time where the entire world is going through a transformation. And I'm sure that 9 times out of 10 you probably are as well, because the entire planet is awakening. There's a great awakening, mass awakening occurring for humanity, which is raising the vibration of the planet and taking us from a very low vibrational heavy density to a much lighter density, higher vibration. And what the universe, God, source, whatever you want to call the higher power, asked me last year, that was one of the biggest revelations I've had in my life, was how many masters do you serve? And when he asked me that, I was like, I don't serve any masters. I serve the light. Okay. That's it, right? And then I was shown a vision of myself with, like, I was collared and I'd handed my leash to these different people in my life. And I was like, this is interesting. It took me a minute to understand what the vision was showing me. And then the message continued to come. It's like, you can't move forward with all of these leashes held in other people's hands. And I started to understand what that meant, because at that time when I received this vision and this connection, and learned this amazing lesson, I was in a different part of my life where I was still seeking validation and approval and trying to please people. So the people that I'd handed the leash to in this vision were people in my life that I was still desperate for them to acknowledge me and love me and understand me, because I was going through another one of my transformations, and I was trying to hold on to relationships that were no longer serving me. And even though I knew they were no longer serving me, I was still holding on to them because I had expectations to have those relationships in my life forever. And I was so tired of losing people that I was like, no, I'm going to make it work. It's going to work. I'm going to make it work. And no, it wasn't meant to work, guys. So what I'm talking about here is, number 1, boundaries, and number 2, standing in your own power and walking on your path. So it took me to reclaim my power from these people, friends, family, different people who, were used to having a big part of control in my life, and me taking my power back and realizing that I'm not here to be a follower. I'm here to be a leader. So I took my power back, cut those cords, and started healing myself and healing my inner self-esteem, my inner self-worth, so that I can move forward as a leader. That was one of the biggest blockages I've had to face. I faced so many. I've faced, a lot of heartbreak, a lot of pain, a lot of trauma, but that one was one of the biggest ones. And it was so epic that it literally reminded me of, like, when I used to play games. I used to be a big time gamer, and you know how you play the different levels and then you get to, like, the boss, like the big boss. This, for me, out of everything I've experienced, was like the big boss. And to think that, I've been abused, I've had so many things in my life, but to think that relationships that didn't serve me, and releasing those was the big boss that put me into my highest potential, my highest power. Reclaiming my power was the biggest thing, was insane to me. And I'm talking to you guys about this now because I'm pretty sure you are experiencing this, and I've been guided to share this experience with you because as we are going through a transformation as a collective, we are losing people. Like, we're losing friends. We're like, just tell me how many people you have had to like unfriend and block on Facebook just this month alone. Like, the resistance is strong, and those who are used to the old structures and that old structure serves them and suits them because they're benefiting from it, those are the ones that are going to be left at that same vibration. It's going to be very uncomfortable for them because this change is necessary, and we're trying to evolve as a race, as a human race. We're trying to evolve as a planet. So whenever you go through an awakening, your spiritual awakening, your ascension process, you're going to have to leave people behind on the way. Not everyone is meant to walk with you the entire journey. Some people we are literally here to experience for a specific amount of time because they are meant to teach us lessons. They're meant to support us when we need this type of support at that time. And when you're up leveling, as we are now, like rapidly, and they're not, you're going to have to leave them behind because they may be hindering your journey. Like for me personally, I would never have, I mean, I'm sure I would have eventually, but it would have taken me a lot longer to reclaim my power and really feel comfortable and confident sharing the things with you guys that I am going to start sharing. Like just doing the card readings and the channel messages, like that was a big step for me because it wasn't very comfortable for me to share that part of myself, to share the magical part of myself, because of my perception of how others would perceive me. And people have shown me that that those fears were valid, that it's not for everyone. Your shine is not for everyone. That's why you have to leave behind those who your shine makes uncomfortable. If you're living in your purpose and your truth and, using your abilities and your gifts and your strengths make someone uncomfortable, they're not for you. It's time to leave them behind because this is what is being asked of us, to have radical faith and trust and to really pursue our life's purpose, because this is the great event. This is the main event. This is what we're here for. And whether you believe in reincarnation or not, this is what we're here for. Whether you're a young soul or an old soul, a lot of us, light workers, earth angels, star seeds, this is it. We are helping humanity move into a new phase, a new world, new earth. New earth is not going to be the same as what we're leaving behind. That's why it's so uncomfortable right now. And you're going to have to reclaim your power. So you're going to have to really take stock of what you want to bring with you going forward. Who's coming with you? If you, I'm going back to my gaming days, and I think of it like this, like when I used to be in like WoW, like World of Warcraft and like Lineage and stuff, it was like you got a raid party. Who can you put a call out to and be like, hey guys, I'm going to go conquer this evil. Who's with me? Like, who is with you on your team that you can count on? Who's going to uplift you and who's going to be with you that you can trust, that you're not worried about them talking about you behind your back, that they're not secretly wishing that you'd fail. Like, who's really with you? That's what you need to take stock of and truly be honest with yourself. It could literally be your best friend. It could be your brother. It could be, people you've known from middle school. Like, are they really with you? Ask yourself this and feel it in your gut. If it feels good in your gut and then you're good. But if you feel uneasy and you're like, I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure she secretly is a friend of me. Or I'm pretty sure he might not really understand what I'm doing. Like, then you know. You don't have to do anything like drastic and like hurt their feelings, but you could just, slowly regain your power from these people. Cut the cords, release attachments, and wish them the best. Like, the people who've hurt me in the past, it's taken a while to heal from it, but it was a karmic lesson. It was a lesson that I was meant to learn. The lesson was that I'm a leader. I came here to lead, and without boundaries and people who respect my boundaries, I would never reach that level that I'm here to reach. So whenever I think about those who hurt me in the past, I literally imagine myself with a bubble wand blowing heart bubbles to them. And it is the most uplifting feeling, because previously you might feel sad, you might feel angry, you might feel hurt, because loving relationships are the ones that teach us the biggest lessons. So at this point, I just like blow them bubbles, like everyone, like my ex-husband, like all of the friends I had to leave behind. I blow them bubbles of hearts, and I just pictured the heart bubbles, splashing them on the face and just filling them with love. And that makes me feel so good, because that's who I am. I am an evolved being of unconditional love, and I've always understood what unconditional love is, and I have the fortitude to love those even if they hurt me. And that's what we're being asked. We're not being asked to participate in the low vibrational toxicity of envy or shame or guilt or fear or anger or any of those things. We're being asked to just smile, say bye, and go along our way. And it sounds easier now from where I'm standing, having done the work, but you can do the work too. And when I tell you that when you do this, you literally reclaim a part of yourself that is necessary for you to create more wholeness. When we experience traumas, with relationship traumas, abuse, pain, war, all these different things, a part of our soul breaks off from us to take the grunt of the impact, and it leaves us fragmented. But if you can heal and reclaim those parts of your soul, it makes you stronger, more powerful. You start to remember a lot of the gifts that you might have forgotten, a lot of the lessons you might have learned in past lives. And it really makes you a very powerful being at this particular time. So it's very powerful stuff, guys. And I'm excited to share more of these lessons with you, because if you can create healthy boundaries with people and still walk on your path with confidence, you're in a very good position. Very, very good position. Because we're all leaders. We're all leaders. We're all leading our lives. We're all meant to follow our own heart signal. And when I talk about boundaries, that's another thing. Like, there's some people who will tell you that where your heart is leading you is not the right place. And that can be very damaging, because if you are an intuitive person and you have a strong connection with your higher self and God and the angels, or just your inner knowing, and someone tells you that your inner knowing is wrong, ooh, that's intense. That can be very damaging to your self-confidence and to your ability to walk on your path, knowing what you know. So you have to follow your own heart light. Your heart's light will guide you if you take the time to meditate and sit down, connect, and listen. It'll show you the path, and no one else knows your path but you. They can be older, they can think they're more wise, they can think they're wiser than you, they can think they have more experience, but I can tell you now, like, it may not be the case. You may have an evolved soul, like myself. I've been around since like ancient times, and I'm young, and you know, I trust my inner wisdom. I trust my connection with the angels and spirit guides and my higher self to guide me. I don't need anyone else's input, and neither do you. So just know that you have your own heart light. You have your own path. We all come here with our own unique life's purpose and our own unique set of lessons that we're meant to learn. And once you realize that, you realize that you have so much power, and learning lessons makes you even more powerful. So some of us may even have harder lives, it seems. I know for me, all of the stuff I've had to deal with and conquer and survive, like, I came here to learn those things specifically, and it adds to the evolution of my particular soul. So it's the same for you. Like, I know it can be hard. Trust me, I've been there. I've been in the position of a lot of people who are struggling. Like, I've been there, and I've come out on the other side stronger, wiser, more powerful, and more assertive. If you would have known me in my 20s, when I was just like so desperate for love and trying to please people, it was the way I was raised. I was raised knowing that in order to have love, I've had to earn it. And that's not how it's supposed to be. Like, unconditional love is where we're supposed to be at a baseline. It's not supposed to be the way it is now. So that's why we're evolving. We're evolving to be humans who understand unconditional love and understand community, and that we're all connected. We're all brothers and sisters. When one person is weak, we can help them be stronger. And when someone's, strong, we can all come up to that level. We can reach our hands down and pull up those who need our help. Okay? So I just wanted to share a lesson on reclaiming your power. That's what this is. Reclaim your power. You don't need anyone's approval. You don't need anyone's permission. And you are your own master, and you only serve the light. You only serve God, source, the universe. Okay? So that was beautiful, and I love you all so much, and I hope that resonated. If it did, let me know. If you need help with cutting cords, I have a video from Archangel Michael on how to cut cords of attachment. That will actually help you reclaim some of your power that you've handed over to people like I did. Reclaim that power, and wow, just feel your light body multiply, okay? Because you're going to need it. You're going to need that light, because there's a lot coming, and it's beautiful. We're experiencing a rebirth, and what Earth is going to become is going to be all of the beauty that you can imagine. Listen to my channel message from the Council of Light and the Palladians, and how we can manifest New Earth to be literally what we imagine. Beautiful, peaceful, full of love, full of friendliness and joy and community. Please like, subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.